country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Ole Miss offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Rebels in the hurry up. The give to the fullback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Goes to the option. Quick toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on? Unloads it downfield. And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Just got 1 on that last run, now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Here comes the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Rebels want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed, and the returner goes down. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. Discards a man. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it, and that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Soft spot in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. And I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Stanford! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're trying to get to him. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Cardinal! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone. Eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throw the football.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On the option. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's just under the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field, but a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Now on the option. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete on third down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The option look. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? On the option, he'll keep it himself. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it down the left. And he's running in the open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Going up top on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Brings up second down.
Looking to pass on second down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Handoff to the fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner will be dragged down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now second and 10 from the 46. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 20. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And here comes the offense on second down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different...
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it first and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This one's complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some...
Touchdown! Cardinal. And the pummeling has started. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Old Dominion went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Monarchs in a statement win if there ever was one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for it.
And more yards after contact. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll run the option. The ball's free. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
The back goes in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. On the option. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Throwing to the fullback, if he starts chugging, he can be dangerous, but the defense stopped him before the first chug.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little time to get that speed up and running. He didn't have it there. Give the defense a ton of credit.
They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Stanford! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll line up for a second down play. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Get set, get set.
A running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll ride his man on the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Trying to pound it in. And they swarm him under. Stanford wants to push the pace. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Let's go.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal again from the 2. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense drags him down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line, and the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Tosses it back. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season